Hello, Pisces. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Chakra Wisdom Tarot by Tori Hartman. Supportive oracle cards will be the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. So we got that stuff going on. All right. Let me just put this over here because certain number 1, 2. Okay. Now let's do the tarot cards here, which thankfully they're already okay. Pisces. Just taking a quick glance at this, something's coming in that's going to stay. My first question is like, is this good though? Something's coming in and it's making its mark and it looks like it's going to stay. Something's going to stay. Because I got the Ace of Pentacles coming up in a moment, but you're starting off with the spider and the Page of Cups. The spider, it says make your dreams real, which is okay. I see spider as a communicator, like the web, putting out information, having all these different avenues to possibilities, but actually having the actual ability to make possibilities happen. Not to just see them and to just think about them, but to move forward and make things happen. And when I'm seeing the Page of Cups with this, it seems like you're questioning which one do you want to put your effort into? There seems to be possibilities. Seems like you have a lot of possibilities. But it's kind of like I could invest in this, but then I'm investing my time there. If I invest in this, I can't really go over there later. And you're in this spot where you're like, where do I really want to go? Because once I start in a direction, if I expect something to really happen, I got to stick with it. It's not going to be like, a microwave situation. Pop it in, 5 minutes later, you got it. It's more of a crock pot situation. You're putting stuff together, you're starting to put the effort in, but you got to give it a lot of time to bring in the flavor and soften up the situation. That phone is crazy today. It's good. For some of you, this could be a love situation. It could be. I feel like it's very random, though. I almost feel like some of you are looking at this like the possibilities are like possibly love, business, something else. And you're like, well, if I invest here, if I invest in a relationship, that's going to take away from that. But if I go into this business situation, well, then I really don't have the time to really put into the love relationship that I'd want to. Some of you are looking at it like that. So you're like, it's very much like whatever direction I choose, I gotta really connect to it. It's a beautiful thing, but it's like, what do you really want the most? I feel like that's where you are, and something is coming in. Somebody's bringing you possibilities too. I'm feeling that. Oh, I like this actually. I didn't notice what was here until just now. This is what's coming towards you from the environment. The Fool. I like that. Somebody just kind of not knowing you all that well, but really liking you. Which is not bad, but they don't. I'm feeling the Fool in the sense of like they don't have any preconceived notions about your shortcomings, and it doesn't matter what sign you are. We all have some type of shortcoming. I'm a Pisces too, so I'm just saying, whatever you feel your hang-ups are, they're not judging you on those. Whatever somebody else has judged you on in the past, this person doesn't seem to be judging you on that. So this is like a fresh perspective. This is also telling me when they're coming forward with this, don't paint a negative picture of yourself and then try to prove it correct. Like, I know some people that they say they're not good at something, and they tell people they're not good at something, and then people they accept that, and it's not the truth. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I know a person that can sing, but they tell people they can't, and then people think they can't. But when they actually can. That's the weird thing. The thing is, don't paint the picture and give somebody the wrong perception, and then they build from that. Be careful about what you say to people. Like if you paint yourself in a negative light, they might not question it too. That's another thing with the Fool. Don't paint yourself in a negative light. I'm not saying you have to BS it, but just like if you're feeling like maybe you're not the best singer and you're a little insecure about it, just don't comment on it. Just don't say it. Just don't comment on it. That's all I'm saying. Because somebody's coming forward very strongly with possibilities. And the Ten of Cups is like they're thinking the world of you. They're seeing a lot of possibilities. Just don't paint yourself in a negative light. Let possibilities live. Just don't paint yourself in a negative light. And I feel like that's really important for some of you. Because whatever you're coming in with this, whatever this possibility is, I feel like you have all these possibilities in front of you and somebody's pushing one towards you. I feel like that's the one that's going to stick. Because somebody's going to help you move forward. Somebody's going to give you that aid. And I feel like you like this. This is something like, yeah, I like that possibility. And having somebody to do it with, that seems to be good too. Or at least there's some type of support. Could be a partnership. It's kind of depending on what you're going towards. But it's definitely somebody saying, do this. You should do this. You should have this. Go for that. And they're rooting you on in some fashion. That's where you want to go. Now, this is somebody who's very honest at the same time. This is why I'm saying again, don't paint yourself in a negative light. You've got the Two of Cups crossing the Queen of Swords. They do feel very excited for you, but they're also very honest, is what I'm getting with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords I don't see as a negative card. I know some people read that right off the bat, and sometimes she is a little harsh. I'm not going to lie. I know that. But I'm getting this is the air of truth. And it's like conflicting, like it may bother you what they're saying. And for example, if you painted yourself in a negative light and say you can sing, but you keep telling people I don't really think I sing that well, this person's going to move forward as if you can't sing very well, and they're going to either try to help you improve it or try to steer you away from it because of what you previously said. The Two of Cups crossing this is saying be careful what you say again, because it's going to come back and this person's going to just believe you. If you say you can't do something or you're not good at something, they're not going to look for the proof. They're just going to be like, oh, okay, you said you can't do it that well. And even if maybe you proved that opposite, they're going to think maybe that was just a fluke moment or that was just a rare moment and that maybe you need more discipline in that situation. Just be careful. Because somebody's going to come forward with brutal honesty. They're going to try to really create a stable environment for you. This is also on its side, the Ten of Pentacles, trying to create a stable environment. This is somebody who wants this for you and wants to be a part of this and really wants success here for you. So they're trying to push it forward towards you in a very sound way. So honestly, if you've pointed something out that you don't think you do very well, or you put it in a negative light and maybe it's not that bad, they're still going to push it forward as if you do, and that could create a weird foundation. Be careful. Temperance is also on its side. We want temperance right side up. We want this to let things come forward slowly. I'm talking too much. The cough is kicking in. If you bring this forward slowly and let it slowly come together, like that crockpot feel I was saying before, you get a lot more success. You get a lot more sustainable success. This is very good. If you rush it, see, if this one goes upside down, I feel like this one goes upside down too. It's not very stable. You want to go slow. Keep that in mind to go slow with this situation. Also, if there's even at this point, if there's something you said that gave this person the wrong impression, this is your time to talk that out and to like realign that and show them, yeah, sometimes I'm down on myself about this. I've been told I'm really not that bad at it. I just need to, sometimes I just get a little nervous. I don't want people to expect too much, so I give them the wrong impression. Or maybe sometimes I say something, people get the wrong impression. This is your time to kind of correct that if you did go a little bit to the side on it. Just have that conversation and let them know, like, yeah, well, I'm not really that bad. Just sometimes I get nervous, so I say that so people don't expect that much. Something like that. You can clear those misunderstandings up here. Go slow. You want to go slow. This person, whoever's helping you, is about the details. What does it say? Tend to the small things. Mouse makes me feel about details. Also makes me feel like there's a lot of work, a lot of teamwork here. Mouse makes me feel teamwork here for some reason. Moving through things, getting things done, somebody helping you, somebody setting things up, and you just having to do your part, and then they just seem to be working between the lines and getting things together. Details big here. One of the ways this person's helping you succeed is they're pointing out the details. What is up with that phone? Oh my lord. The details here, they're helping you with that, but that's where your success is coming from. And I'm getting for some of you, like the opposite of Pisces is Virgo. Sometimes Pisces and Virgos have a little bit of a hard time getting along. Sometimes Virgo shows support through criticism, but they're not doing it in a mean way. They're just trying to support. But sometimes Pisces gets very sensitive about that and feels targeted or picked on. So just realize if this person, especially if they have some type of Virgo feel to them, they're actually supporting you. They're actually trying to help you with the details. If you can see it in that light and realize they do this for everybody that they believe in, this is how they help. If you can get in that perspective, you'll be fine with this, but just realize the details coming forward are another place where your success is coming forward. Dragonfly, I always think of as spiritual. It says truth transcends illusion. I do feel like that kind of matches for what I'm going for in this. You got, as the details come forward and you start seeing more possibilities, you're seeing a lot of things to fix, is what I'm getting. A lot of things to do better. The trick is not to feel overwhelmed, but to see all the ways that you can actually make the situation better. And to move forward and not feel like, oh my god, look at all these things I gotta do. Like Seven of Cups makes me feel like there's all these things in front of you. And a lot of times it is about, possibilities. Sometimes it's considered the dream card. Don't get caught up in this moment where you're kind of like just looking at all the possibilities and kind of maybe feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling like you might feel overwhelmed, especially the way that lady is on that card. It makes me feel like you might have this urge to take a rest or just kind of take a break. Pick one and just start with one. Pick one and start with one. If you have a hard time deciding which is going to benefit you the most, write them down on a piece of paper, 1 through 6, if you have to, maybe even 1 through 3, and just roll the dice until you hit one of the numbers. Roll the dice, and then when the number hits, whatever it hit, go with that. Just pick something and move forward. If it's 2 things you think, well, should be this or should be that, flip a coin and just, heads is this, tails is that. Just move forward. Don't let it become overwhelming, because I feel like you can get paralysis by analysis here. Be careful. Literally, if there's even if there's 4 things, just write down 4 things, assign a number to each, and then just roll the dice. And if it's a 4, you don't have anything for 4, roll it till you hit something. You have a 5, I put 5 next to this one, that's what I'm going to do. Do it. Just do it. Just don't let yourself stagnate. And then if you find that self a moment again, write what you have left down, roll a dice until you hit one of the numbers, and go forward with that. Just keep moving. You'll be fine. Just don't get stagnant there, because I feel like it could get stagnant there for some reason. And it may be because, that dragonfly makes me feel like it could get stagnant if you're not careful. I'm just feeling it. So I don't know. I wouldn't say that card means that, but I am definitely feeling that. Keep moving. Where this is coming up next is like the wall you got to get past. I think this is strength. Strength, this is up on your side. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins, Pentacles, same difference. Princess of Swords, which is usually the Page of Swords, but I'm getting more of like a Knight of Swords here. The thing is with the Princess and Prince of this deck, when I read them, I use them interchangeably with Page and Knight, because I don't feel like the gender matters. And I'm feeling Knight. I'm feeling Knight of Swords here. So I understand if you don't feel the same way. I'm just saying that's how it feels to me, especially coming in with the Empress down here. The way these are all matching together, I feel like you're kind of in control, but you might have an energy next to you that's rooting you on but trying to help you move forward at the same time. Once you start moving forward, see, that's the trick with this dragonfly. You just choose one and start moving forward. Strength, instead of having to get the strength to move forward, you're actually gaining strength by moving forward. I hope that made sense with that. Because the way the strength card pops in, it's either one or the other. Finding the strength to just choose and move forward, that could be one way. But I feel like it's better, once you overcome the hurdle, gaining the strength, like every time you achieve and successfully put together another piece, then you've created more strength behind you. You've built some more muscle mass, and you're going forward, if you will. Because I feel like once you start moving forward, once the strength starts building, you're going to continue with that. And you're going to be like, okay, I got that first one done. This feels great. Roll the dice. What do we need? Okay, this time it landed on 3. Next to 3, I have this task. There we go. Let's get that done. Because every time you move forward, you're going to feel that strength build and build and build. Don't let this become a stagnant thing where the strength is you have to actually move yourself forward. Because if it becomes a challenge where you have to get yourself to move forward, that could be more difficult. That could really dampen your situation. So don't become stagnant. All right. You do have somebody pushing you forward. And I do feel that's good. So this does seem to motivate you. This does seem to help you keep you on track. I feel like that'll solve itself. I don't feel like this is a problem. They're just saying that's there. Be aware that that's there, that that's actually a helpful energy, especially if you see it in the correct perspective where it's looking out for you and pointing out details to be worked on. And it's not like a negative thing, but it's a positive thing, saying, oh, you should work on this. Oh, you should work on that. Because it does seem like this energy just constantly finds new things for you to improve. But the more you improve, the better you're going to do, the more success you're going to have. If you can just see it in the correct light, I think you'll be fine. All right, I think we're there. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.